It's currently 7:18 p.m. My shift at Wegmans today was from 8 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. My mom both drove me to the Wegmans I work at and picked me up from the Wegmans I work at. As my mom was driving me back to her place, we made a stop at her local Wegmans for a grocery shopping trip that I recall taking roughly 40 minutes, and during which I got a family pack of grilled Peruvian style chicken, of which I'm currently having one piece. I got another big bottle of low sodium V8 branded vegetable juice, though I don't really have any way of telling if this glass is from that new big bottle or from one of the two older big bottles I got yesterday from the Wegmans I work at. We also got two Wegmans generic branded packs of mild cheddar cheese sticks, a 12 aluminum can variety pack of Celsius energy drinks, a couple ribeye steaks, a quart of 1% milk, a bag of frozen broccoli florets, some produce department products for making salads at home, like the one I had during my 30-minute lunch during my shift, which I took roughly from 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m., and with which I had two small aluminum cans of V8 branded vegetable juice. Everything except the plastic bottle of Full Ranch was from the produce department of my mom's local Wegmans. And we also got some other things during our grocery shopping trip. Upon getting back to my mom's place, I helped my mom to bring in our groceries from that grocery shopping trip. I recall first naturally waking up around 1:15 in the morning before falling back asleep within a minute or two. Waking up naturally again around 3 in the morning before again falling back asleep within a minute or two, and then waking up naturally for the last time today around 5:15 in the morning, and then getting up within a few minutes to start working on editing yesterday's My Dinner video project. On my phone through the YouCut Video Editor app. By the time I had 4 sunny side up eggs with some ground hamburger, both prepared by my mom, with a glass of low sodium V8 branded vegetable juice around 7:15 in the morning, I was roughly halfway done with editing yesterday's My Dinner video project. And I didn't even work on editing that video project from the whole time I got up to the point I had that meal. I did the rest of the editing primarily during my 2 15-minute breaks and my 30-minute lunch during my shift at Wegmans. I took my first 15-minute break around noon, and then I took my second and last 15-minute break around 4 p.m. Though by the end of my 30-minute lunch, I had reviewed all of the raw video files and just wanted to add a couple of footnote annotations to briefly describe a couple of additional details that I was reminded of during my shift today. Though I didn't start rendering that video project into a 1080p YouCut video project file until me and my mom were at my mom's local Wegmans, and I didn't start uploading that video project file to my YouTube channel until I had gotten back at my mom's place and had helped with bringing in our groceries, which is why as of 8:07 p.m. yesterday's my dinner video finished uploading to my YouTube channel roughly 2 hours ago. I recall roughly from 5:30 in the morning to around 6:45 in the morning, I would occasionally sip at an aluminum can Grape Rush flavored Celsius energy drink. Despite having that and getting roughly 6 hours of sleep, I recall feeling a little sluggish during the first hour or so of my shift. But then afterward, I felt perfectly fine. Perhaps it has something to do with me eating around 7:15 in the morning. I can't be 100% sure on that, but that's what seems most likely. Throughout my shift, I restocked a combination of the front sections and front displays of the produce department, for which I restocked some boxes of bagged green grapes and some boxes of bagged red grapes. And these boxes were open and about as flat as about twice the width of a typical pizza delivery box. There were just a couple of side flaps to pull up to completely open those boxes. And I also cut open some plastic mesh bags of sweet corn in order to dump the sweet corn from those bags to restock the section 4 sweet corn on the farmer's market stand style front display for the produce department. I also recall points in which I restocked mini seedless watermelons, cardboard boxes of cantaloupe, cardboard boxes of orange dew melons, and cardboard boxes of sugar kiss melons for one of the front sections of the produce department. There were also 2 points in which I restocked regular seedless watermelons at their 2 flat open displays near each other at one of the front entrances to the supermarket, the one closest to the produce department. These front entrances are between the main public part of the supermarket and the transitional area of the supermarket. I restocked those regular seedless watermelons from one of its large octagonal cardboard containers called a bin. And each time that bin was transported from the section of the employees only warehouse for those who work in the produce department to that front entrance where those 2 flat open displays were, on the forks of a hand jack. I also restocked the banana section at the very back of the produce department a few times throughout my shift, only double stacking so that I wouldn't leave an open, partially full banana box. On the banana runner, which I recall reloading at 2 different points. Throughout my shift, each time with 3 stacks of 4 full banana boxes. And throughout my shift, I also restocked the hard items section right in front of the banana section of the produce department. The banana section is like this, and the hard items section is like this. And predominantly consists of varieties of onions and potatoes. I recall during the first half of my shift restocking the front sections and front displays of the produce department more often, and then I restocked the hard items section more often during the second half of my shift. Throughout the part of my shift before I took my first 15-minute break, I would occasionally sip at a paper glass full of cool cooler water. Around 3:30 p.m., it was raining pretty hard within the area of the Wegmans I work at. I recall at one point between 1 and 2 p.m. getting a weather notification on my phone about there being a severe thunderstorm alert for my area. And while there was a thunderstorm around 3:30 p.m., it didn't seem to be severe from my perspective at least.